Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Cat and Tree Studio. We haven't heard from you for a while.
Why do you have that accent?
I don't know. I just made that up. I don't even know what that accent was. I, this is what you call mental breakdown.
That's the problem.
That's a problem. And we haven't seen each other for like how long? We haven't done an
Three
episode for
weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that is also in line with the Holy Week. Here in the Philippines, that's a holiday, so we all what do you call that? Airwaves change when it's the Holy
What
Week.
airwaves?
No, not airwaves. I mean like the episodes. Yeah, because like even on TV, right? They change stuff on their lineup when it's what do you call that? When it's the Holy Week.
Like the broadcast
Yes.
something. I forgot how to call it.
Yes. The airwaves changed, but we did not. So bear with us.
We're still the same.
Yeah. Anyway, of course, it's still me, your wonderful companion, Bora. And of
What?
course,
Jayu, but
some.
why does it sound like a dog?
Ma-
Your wondrful
man's,
companion.
man's best friend. Ow, ow! this
Oh my
is this is
goodness.
the result of not uploading anything for 3 weeks. For a week.
My
Uh,
goodness.
this is
Okay.
this is Bora.
And this is Jayu.
So today we're gonna be talking about, or we'll be discussing the bucket list. Right? There are certain things in the bucket list that we
Yeah.
could achieve or we have already achieved, and there's things that are yet to be achieved. But in your
Yes.
case, what was give me maybe one or two things that you have already achieved in your bucket list.
Um, they may sound weird
Uh-huh.
because it's quite small, yes. But actually, one of my like one of the things that are that is what's happening to my grammar.
Go girl.
Okay, one of the things one of the things that is in my bucket list is receiving a bouquet of flowers, which I achieved like 3 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before pandemic. The last Valentine's before
Oh,
pandemic.
that's right timing. That's perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Yes.
Perfect.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so pretty. No, really. No, really. When I was carrying that bouquet, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm so pretty. I don't know
No, there's like a
why.
certain, there's a certain confidence a bouquet of flowers give a woman. To be honest, even though
Yes.
it doesn't come from somebody that you're romantically linked with, a bouquet of flowers always
Hmm.
make you look pretty. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like what while I was carrying it, and then while I was walking home, I felt like everyone was looking at me. I felt shy, or I felt embarrassed, and I felt happy as well. But yeah, like what you said, it didn't mean that it's from a romantic partner or
Yeah.
someone. So actually, I got it from a female student.
Oh.
Um, she just loves me so much. That's why she gave me that. And actually that was her last day too at school. So she gave me that and like two paper bags of chocolate and food
Super
and some
sweet.
souvenir from, yeah. It's like I have a boyfriend even though I didn't have.
I think that's the reason why we don't have boyfriends. Like, our students raise the standards for us.
Yeah. Like they spoil us even though we don't ask for it.
Yes. Because we have We have students like we just
And
mentioned that
then,
they would suddenly give
mm-mm,
without you asking for. I mean, that's like a casual mention. It's
yes,
not like you mentioned to make
mm-mm,
them notice, but it was just like a casual conversation, maybe in class,
mm-mm,
and then they would. The more touching part is they remember and they do it for you.
yeah. And sometimes they'll just pop up in your room, leave a note, leave chocolates, or like just
How's it
attend
up
their
there,
class,
little
and then suddenly
cats?
they're
Come
gonna
on
show
into
you
the Cat and
chocolate,
Tree
and then
Studio.
if
Together,
you
let's
ask them,
set foot
why are
in
you
the
giving me
mind of an
chocolate?
adult.
They're just
Are
gonna
you
say,
ready to hop in?
nothing, no Sitting up reason. here
I
in
just
this
want to give
tree,
you.
you have me,
I experienced that.
Zayu. It's
And
just
me,
really
Pora.
sweet.
Yeah.
Quick
But
reminder,
I
little
received the
cats,
chocolates because
topics
we fought.
discussed in this podcast are
You know,
simply
we tend to
opinions and
be we tend to
suggestions
be
of the
friends
host,
with
hoping
students
for it to
to a
help
point that sometimes
others.
we have like these friendly fights, but eventually we
Yeah.
you know make up. And then one time we got into an argument, not
Uh-uh.
really an argument but misunderstanding, and then somehow the storm has calmed, and that was Valentine's too. And then
Mm-hmm.
he saw me and a friend shopping for something in the grocery store, and we were looking at chocolates because sweet tooth,
Mm-hmm.
not because I want the Valentine's Day gift.
Mm.
And then and then the next day I saw in my room, I saw you. I know I saw the chocolates, and it was from him. And then he said, "Oh, I bought you the chocolates because yesterday I saw you in the supermarket. You were looking at the chocolates, and I know you don't have a boyfriend, so I bought you the chocolates." I don't know if I'm gonna be happy or thank you.
Oh my gosh. The way that student said it, it was like there was like a good side and also the
It's
bad
like
side.
sweet, but it's both sweet and insulting.
Bitter, bittersweet.
But that was a sweet gesture because he knew it. I found it sweet also because like the fact that he didn't have to give me, but he did it,
Mm,
to patch things up, and at the same time to just for fun.
mm.
So students,
Yeah.
the relationship that you have, the that we have with them,
There
it's
was
good.
even like I remember there was this one person. It was the same. No, this actually is Japanese, so I didn't expect that much
Mm-hmm.
from him. So I know he is very shy. I mean, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
normally, but he's really a shy type of a Japanese boy. And then like one day he just came to our class, and then he just pulled out this bar of chocolate from his book, like inside his book. And he was like, "Oh, for you." And I was like, "Why are you giving me this?" Nothing, no reason, I just want to give you chocolate. Okay. And then Valentine's came, and he wasn't my student anymore. Then I was at the end of the corridor of our building, and then suddenly he arrived, like he was trying to enter my room quietly. And then I suddenly shouted at him like, "Hey, what are you doing there? Why are you there?" So he panicked.
Oh my god.
He
It's like
just wanted to leave
what?
a bar of chocolate
It's like in
there.
his mind. Wait, what do I do now? Plan B. Plan B.
Yeah. But I was so touched because he wasn't my student anymore, but he still considered to give me.
They are the sweetest
So
people
even though yeah, like even though I hated white chocolate, I ate it
because it came from
because
the
it's from
heart.
him. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. Okay.
it's something that you cannot avoid. Sometimes it's so petty, but then you touched
Mm.
because you know that it's very genuine. And I cannot blame you for your
Yes.
the bucket list that you say they were like small things, but those are the things that make you happy. That's why you
Mm.
put them in your list. Because when you
Yeah.
accomplish your list, that's like an accomplishment, like, oh, and it's like a thank you list as well when you achieve them, like, oh, I was able to do this and this and this and this. So it's like a gratitude list too.
Hmm.
Just saying.
And there are things that not everyone can
Same.
experience.
Yeah.
That's why even though they're just small things, they're still kind of like they felt impossible because not everyone can experience that.
Yeah.
So
The
that's
small
why.
things that we
But
don't
how
appreciate.
about you, Bora?
Me, something that
Yeah.
I've
But
already,
how
right,
about you, Bora?
already achieved.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, hmm, I could say it was my trip to Japan because it was like hitting two birds with one stone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was able to travel to Japan. Like, oh my gosh, guys, you have go to
Ah,
Japan, and I went to Disneyland. It's every child's dream, and I think it's in every young adult's bucket list to visit Japan. To visit
I
Disneyland.
guess, yeah.
Legit, I'm
Yes.
not joking, but I tried to hold back my tears. I was still on the bridge, going to the entrance. I freaking teared up like a kid who, it's because it's, how can I explain, it's like the things that you watch on TV come to life.
Ah, yeah.
Like you see Cinderella's, no, I'm not really a big fan of Cinderella, but to see Cinderella's castle for reals is like,
Mm,
the heck, that was like mind blown to see.
yes. And I've heard from many people that if you go to Disneyland, it brings you back to your
Yes,
childhood.
it does. You wouldn't care, or you could care less what you look like when you're in Disneyland. If you
Mm,
want to wear the mouse ears, fine, go. They wouldn't mind. If you want to wear the costume, they
mm.
won't care.
No matter how old you
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
If you want to wear something else, go ahead, because I think that's the concept of Disney. You can be who you are, and
Mm,
you make dreams come true. So,
yes.
it's like when you go there, just be casual, be you. They wouldn't even judge you for being you.
Because it's like a
Yeah.
fantasy.
And I didn't, to be honest, I didn't like
Mm.
Snow White. I don't know why I don't like Snow White, but when she greeted me happy birthday, we became friends. I mean, in my head.
Yeah. I guess you mentioned that last
Yeah,
time. I was also
because I
laughing.
was like, I had a sticker, and then she's like, "Oh, happy birthday!" Yes, girl, it's my birthday.
We're BFFs
I don't, I
now.
don't hate you anymore. So cool. Yeah, but that's just one thing in the bucket list that I was able to tick off. Two, and
Hmm.
and another one is concerts. I think, I was a K-pop fan for like a long time, even before other people were
Hmm.
into it. So I felt it was impossible for me
Hmm.
to see an actual concert here until somebody bought me a ticket. My first concert,
Hmm.
and the artist that I've been waiting for so long, I saw with my own eyes. So that's another thing that was ticked off. And please don't laugh at me because I cried at while
I will
singing
never
G.
forget that.
Uh, please understand that I waited 6 years for Sonyushide. So if I cried while singing G, please
My goodness.
understand me.
Well, honestly, if they will have a comeback this time, I'm really gonna cry. Like what happened to 21
Did
last
you
time?
did you feel that,
I was like, oh
girl?
my gosh.
I cried when the, what was that?
Yeah.
Because at first it was just like negache talaga, and I'm like, first awestruck, and
Yeah.
then
No, honestly, when I saw it, I felt like, is this true?
right, and then dun, 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 and I'm like,
Oh my god. I thought I was the only one who was crying.
I'm like,
It's real, it's happening.
no, Sandala's hair is still up. I had
Yeah.
She's still pretty though, no matter what hair she wears.
That's her signature
Yeah, starting from
hairstyle.
lollipop, her hair has always been up. Mm.
Yeah.
And I admire whatever hairspray they
But this
use.
time she said it's like this time she said it's like a like watercolor brush. She posted the
I love
meme.
I
So I was like,
I
oh
love
my gosh,
Krungi's I
Dara.
love Krungi's humor because she already also has the Filipino
Yeah.
humor. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love Krungi so much. And she's like, I did not
Oh
choose
my
to be
god.
pretty. I chose to be 21. Boom, girl.
Yes.
That's a new
Hmm.
thing that people should
Like it
say.
was the most awaited comeback. Not
Mm,
really a comeback, but the most awaited
yeah. No.
reunion for like the
Yeah, but
fans.
because their
Gosh.
disbandment was kind of abrupt, like everyone was not prepared. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait,
Mm.
what? Excuse me.
Because it was just like a long hiatus, and then
They're gone.
suddenly there was an announcement that they are disbanded.
Yeah, and then they released a song, Goodbye, and I was like, this is not fair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This is not. This is not fair. This is like worse than a breakup.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but for
No, they it may sound like overacting, but really for like that
mm,
generation, like K-pop fans in that generation, that really
no, and also because
hurts.
21. In my opinion, I think this a lot of people would agree that 21 was the first K-pop group, female K-pop group with the
Mm.
angsty feels. They're like the female version of Big Bang.
Yeah.
They're like they release the kind of angst.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
release the kind of
Exactly.
angst that fans never had before. It's not angst, it's more of empowerment.
Mm.
They pushed women
Yeah.
empowerment, like, oh, we can be strong too, we can be boyish too, here we are, right?
Mm.
So
Because usually the theme or the concept of new girl groups, especially during that
mm,
time, were like the candy,
cutie,
yeah, candy type.
and
Yeah.
then 21 breaks this thing.
So they are very
Yeah,
different.
well, they started
Yes.
bubbly too with lollipop, but they followed it up with
Mm.
fire, and yeah, it was fire. Can't even describe what what the song was like. It was fire.
Oh my gosh.
This podcast now is dedicated to 21 joke. So this is a special episode for 21's
Oh
return.
my gosh.
It changed. We were talking about bucket list.
Oh yeah. We've talked about it for a long
Yeah,
time.
so that
Too
what
long.
happened? Yeah, but yeah, because we were talking about concerts, and I was like, that was like
Yeah.
the best, one of the best moments
Mm-mm.
of my life. So yeah, that those are three
Mm.
actually that was ticked off my bucket list. But I bet we have also, bucket
Mm-mm.
lists, some of them impossible, some of them possible. Do you have any bucket lists that you
Mm.
think is achievable? Maybe soon or anytime soon?
For the achievable, there were some that were almost possible, but yeah, I was unlucky. Actually, like what you said, if you've achieved it, I haven't. Attending a concert.
That's achievable. I think you can achieve that. Yeah.
Yes. If only I will be fast enough, or my internet will be fast enough to buy the ticket.
So your destiny relies on the internet. Please, yeah, welcome to the fastest internet in the
Yeah.
world.
Yes.
Pains.
So that hurts. No, it really hurts because there are three people, or not three people. I mean, three artists that I want to watch. So, well, as you know, that I am a big fan of
Yeah.
BTS and IU.
Yeah.
And also, for local artists, I love Julian San Jose.
Noise.
Um, well, Julia and San Jose was almost possible before because it was just in Araneta. I mean, it's very near, but I didn't know how to commute to Araneta.
It
So
was hard if you didn't know it's hard.
yeah, because it was like inside, if I will just use the public transportation, I cannot find it. So yeah, I wasn't able to watch it. And then there was like it's another Araneta concert. It was IU's concert. And it was like a dream come true. Like finally, IU noticed the
Mm.
Philippines. So I already filed my leave in the company. And then the internet failed me.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I was already buying. I was already on the website. And then the internet was too slow. Every time I tried to choose like which what like VIP, Gen Ad, whatever kind of ticket, I will accept it as long as I can watch it. But every time I choose one,
It sold out.
yeah, it's already sold out. Yes. Like I even sacrificed a lot not attending.
Internet failure.
Yeah, I even like asked my student, sorry, I cannot attend your graduation this time because it's my dream. And then suddenly I can't watch. Like I really cried. I even tried to find I'm not like I don't agree that there are scalpers, but I even tried to find scalpers. Really. I was that desperate.
Because you would really like if you really want something, you're gonna do everything to get that.
Yes. But I wasn't able to find one. So actually I was so annoyed that time. Like honestly, they gave tickets to vloggers. No, I'm not against vloggers, okay? But actually this concert was a dream for a lot of
Yeah,
UNAs in the
exact.
Philippines. Like we waited for a long time and then suddenly nothing.
Like we've been waiting
So,
since ice cream. No, ice cream. Boo,
yeah.
boo, ice cream because
No, no, no,
ice
ice
cream,
cream.
right?
Boo, yeah, yeah, from debut. Ice cream is
Sorry,
Hyuna.
sorry, I got confused. Yeah, boo. I always interchange.
Yeah, yeah, but that's true. Yeah, I waited since Boo era, but there was nothing. But yeah, maybe I will watch in Korea or another country. Who knows?
Oh, that's
Yes.
achievable. Mm-hmm. But you can only watch with clappers.
No, maybe after Corona because like IU doesn't want to have concert too right now. So
It's for the
yeah,
safety.
maybe after that.
But how about for
Yes.
BTS? How come you haven't seen?
And
Because they went here for their Wings tour, right?
yeah, but I wasn't a fan yet
Ah,
that
okay.
time.
Understood, understood.
I was just
Mm.
starting that time. So I wasn't on the level where when I want to like watch a concert.
Yeah.
During that time, I wanted to watch a Super Junior concert.
Ah, my gosh, that was one thing that I wanted to watch, but it's expensive and yeah.
Yeah.
Super
So
Show.
yeah, that time that was my dream. Yes, I, Super Show 5. I
Yes,
remember
exact.
that was
I was
Super
supposed to
Show
say five,
5.
and I'm like, is that five? But I remember it because I was begging my mom.
Yes, yeah, honestly. But then I was like, okay. I even planned to be just like Team Airport. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's hard.
No,
It's hard to be a fan,
I was
guys.
just a student that time.
It's hard to be a fan, to be honest.
Yes.
You know, the one that you felt for IU is what I felt for Ed Sheeran. But for Ed Sheeran, I didn't really have the money to buy.
Mm-mm.
I just cried. And I was in school. I was
Oh.
already in college. And
Uh,
then it was, I remember that day. It was May 10th or 11th. And
mm-mm.
it was Ed Sheeran's concert that day. And then suddenly I cried. And my friends were like, what happened to you? What happened to you? Are you okay? I did not see Ed Sheeran. Literally cried like a baby. Because I mean, like that was Ed Sheeran's first concert, so in the Philippines, and I'm like, what
Mm-mm.
am I doing? Why am I here? For Justin Bieber, I also cried because that time I was admitting myself to the university. Future comes first, but I hope I was able to do multitasking. I hate it. Yeah. But when you're a fan, this really comes in your bucket list most of the
Ah,
time, especially if you're a fan of like
yeah.
groups that don't normally come to your country. Mm.
Yes.
So we choose things that we cannot have. Oh, it's hard.
My goodness.
Yeah. But
Because sometimes, there are very few
yeah.
producers who produce concerts here of like some artists.
Mm,
So we don't get it that much.
yeah. But one thing in my bucket list that I think I can achieve though is going to a Korean church. There are two church
Ken?
I think I can. I hope I can. Is going to a Korean church. One
Mm-mm.
specific Korean church that there's a Korean worship team that I follow on
Mm-mm.
Instagram, and I really like their music, and I just want to go there.
Mm-mm.
But the problem
Oh.
would be
But
language
have
barrier.
you attended a Korean church here in the Philippines?
No, because I feel like I would just stare at them
Oh my God. Why?
because I wouldn't understand the thing.
I've attended one when I was in the university.
How was it though? I'm just curious.
Like their church, uh, it was nice because they just like I was just in the park, and then some of their members were approaching people like, "Oh, do you want to attend our
Mm,
church?" Like that. So my friends and I joined them.
yeah.
Actually, we were scared at first. Of course, if a stranger asks you like, "Do you want to come with us?" So you'll be
Kidnap?
like, "Oh my gosh, why?" So yeah, but we were a group, so I wasn't scared
Yeah.
at all.
It's
So
pack one, pack
it
all.
was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Like that was the first time I sang praise and worship songs, but it was in English though. It
Ah.
wasn't in Korean. Yeah. So they could speak English, but not as much as we can.
Ah, yeah. But in a way that's understandable.
Yeah. Yes. And then everyone, like all of the members, are so friendly and approachable. And they even gave this, I forgot how to call it, but I remember it's a rice bowl. But I forgot what kind of rice bowl it was. So there was just like this snack, and I cannot call it snack, but yeah, it's in the afternoon food.
Aw. That was a good
So
experience.
that's fun.
The only struggle I have, like if I attend the Korean
Mm,
church is I wouldn't really understand a thing. I know Korean, but that's very little. So I will really just stare
mm.
at this preacher and be like,
But yeah, if
great.
you just listen to it, I think you'll just get used
Yeah.
to it. It's like watching a drama.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
So I hope I get to go to that specific church in Korea.
Mm-mm.
I already had that planned out 2020 because we were supposed to go to Korea, but
Mm-mm.
Corona is just like, no, girl, you ain't going anywhere. You stay there.
Stay there.
But if we have achievable bucket lists,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure we have
Okay.
unachievable.
Mm-mm.
We think is unachievable,
Ah,
but with will, faith, and
yes, there
you
are.
can achieve. But could you give yours?
Maybe one of those is like I really wanted mountain hiking to be a hobby,
Huh.
but I'm not I'm not physically
Able.
strong. So,
Yeah,
so I can't.
we well maybe if it just requires a little bit of like dedication and perseverance and a lot of physical strength.
Mm,
Yeah,
training, yeah.
so
I need to train
mm,
myself.
But sometimes you get to that age where you just don't want to train anymore. But if you really want to do something, you will.
Yes.
Trueness. Trueness.
Yeah. Trueness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one is, I think, unachievable, but we'll see. I've hiked a very basic mountain, but yeah, not a hobby though. I was forced. So okay. How about you? Is there any unachievable thing on your, you know, bucket list?
An unachievable. Uh, maybe that is to.
What's that? Oh my gosh. She can't
Maybe
remember.
if but it's not really a bucket list, but more of a dream
Okay, what is
to
it?
marry at least like the people that I stan.
Mm-hmm.
You know this, but I would just make it general to not hurt my feelings. Joke. Just but at least like one of the people I stan.
Hmm.
At least I get to marry one of them because I feel I don't know if a lot of fans feel this, like I feel like I have a personal connection with them without
Mm-mm.
them knowing. That's magic. um and yeah, it's something like that.
Mm-mm.
And maybe this one, uh because I started to become a Marvel fan,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's unachievable for me to see Sebastian Stan face to face,
Mm.
especially that the Marvel hype has died down. But I hope so. Seb, if you're listening, hi.
Why do you sound like okay, I won't describe it. Okay, but if we're
Hi.
not gonna include let's not include like famous people. If we're just gonna focus on like
Ah,
things that we feel like are unachievable for us, not including famous people, because you know it's like finding Saturn again. Like that. With finding Saturn with your, yeah, eyes. So you know
ah,
mm,
there's one.
what's that?
There's one. I want to go to Ireland,
mm,
but I think it's impossible because going to a European country would cost you money,
a
which is
lot.
something that I don't have.
Oh my god, it's a tie.
Right? I think a lot of people would agree with me on this one.
Yeah.
It feels impossible because the financial resources are unavailable.
Yeah.
Magic.
Oh my gosh. It's even my dream to
It
migrate, not
disappeared.
just travel, but migrate to another country, especially in Korea. It's really my dream to migrate in Korea.
Same.
Like what I always tell you, I want to go to Korea, live there, start a new life where not a lot of people know me, and then it's like a new me.
Yeah. Yeah. Start a new life. Live a life on your own.
Mm.
Just start from scratch, if
Yes.
I may call it. That's literally starting from scratch
Mm-mm.
because you go there with no house.
Mm,
You're gonna
yeah.
start finding a house.
It's like a newborn.
You gotta start buying your stuff. Yeah. Newborn? Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
newborn.
Newborn baby.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
a newborn baby. You don't have
Uh,
your own house.
yeah.
You don't know a lot of people. But because I cannot say you don't know
Mm.
anyone because we know a lot of people in Korea. So
Hello,
Yeah. I mean,
guys.
personally, okay, we're not just talking about the people that we stan or the people that we like as a
Yeah.
fan, but
Personally, we do know people.
yeah. So like what we told you, we are
But
teachers,
we
so
know them, but we wouldn't want to depend on them. So we
yes.
really wanted to do things our way.
Yeah.
I mean, not our way, but in the way that we think we would survive.
Like independently. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
that is true.
Oh
So
my
it's
gosh.
unachievable due to financial resource shortage.
Mm-mm. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, okay. Well, actually,
So
we
yeah, those
didn't
are just few of the bucket
discuss.
lists.
Yeah, we didn't discuss a lot.
Mm.
So maybe
Yeah,
if we still have a
I
chance
that
next time, we can.
mm. Because if we discuss it now, this podcast will be 24 hours.
No, I honestly, I tried to list down at least 100 things I want to do before I die, but I just cannot find it. So I will
I'm
find
gonna
it
start
first.
listing. Yeah,
Yeah, let's list
find it's a time
together.
capsule. It will appear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
when you
list
find
together
it.
sometime. You find yours too.
Yeah, in my mind.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I guess that's all for
Great.
today. Yeah.
Yes, if you guys have any bucket lists that you want to share, small, big, funny, serious, whatever it is, it's still a thing that you want to achieve. So you can write them down in the comments. You can DM us, do whatever you
Mm-mm.
want. Okay. And we'll see you next time.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
And that's all the time that we have for today. We hope you learned something from our discussion. Don't worry though, this ain't the end. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for more. And make sure to click like, follow, and subscribe.
New episodes are out every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. So be sure to turn on your notifications to keep you updated. Let's now climb back down and see each other again. Same tree, same place, same people. Bora
And Jayu.
see y'all real soon. Keep safe and God bless.